Gindorf. Today is the 18th of September 2020, and it's the first day of harvest. Today we are going to be getting the Weißburgunder, which serves as the backbone of our Maya Cuvée for the 2020 vintage. Everything is ready, and in a few hours it's gonna get busy. Here we are in the Weißburgunder in the Pinot Blanc, and on the days that we harvest by machine, on those days we go through the vineyard one last time to make sure that we do a last quality control and make sure that everything that's hanging here meets our quality standard. So we just got the call from the driver of the harvest machine, and it's time to go. So today is our first hand harvest of the season, and today we're going to be going out and getting some Grauburgunder, which is Pinot Gris, and that serves as one of the blending components in the Maya Cuvée for the year 2020. So it'll take us about half a day to get through this parcel, hopefully with 2 people, and the hand harvest allows us to get really great quality fruit. So here it goes with the Grauburgunder. We just got finished with the hand harvest of the Grauburgunder. The grapes just got into the press, and now the driver of the machine harvester is called. It's time to go get the Dornfelder. So 2 harvests in one day, and away we go. now the 23rd of September, and we've been at this harvest for about a week or so. And this morning we started at 6:30, making sure we had breakfast ready for two of our colleagues from Poland. They were out in the Spepergunder today, taking in all that beautiful fruit for red wine. And later on in the day, we took in some Müller Thurgau or Ravaner with the machine harvester. So we've also got some white wine going through. So far this year, everything is looking beautiful. The fruit is looking fantastic. That's been helped a lot by some sunny days here in the last week or so. Temperatures up into the 30s Celsius. And so we've got really great fruit to work with, which allows us to be very, very minimalistic in the cellar. Tomorrow and for the next few days, they're forecasting rain. And what happens there is that the grapes could take up all of that water and start to burst and essentially spill grape juice everywhere. Everything gets sticky, everything starts to attract mold and mildew, so we really have to watch this rain that's in the forecast, see just how much we're going to get, and if it starts to be too much, we're going to have to step on it and get all the fruit in as quickly as possible. So it has started to rain here, and we managed to get in all the varietals except Riesling before the rains really started during that gorgeous weather in the first half of the harvest. Now we've got to look at the health of the grapes and also make sure that we don't lose too much acidity for that wonderful freshness that you expect from Riesling. Less acidity is good, no acidity is bad. So we're going to keep the health of the grapes as the first priority. Make sure we do some careful planning and get the rest of these grapes in, starting today. As we say, at this point, it's mostly about being out here in the vineyard, walking the vineyard, and taking a look at the health of each and every vineyard, each and every parcel, so that we can prioritize which ones we want to bring in and which ones we can leave hanging a little bit to get a little bit more ripeness and a little bit more character in the finished wine. So it's more about the eye test than it is about any kind of measuring devices. So it's the 11th of October, and it's the last day of harvest. We were out late yesterday afternoon making sure that everything meets the quality standards. As you can see, it's gotten pretty nice weather-wise the last couple of days, so that's helped us make sure that everything remained top quality, and we are ready to bring it in for the last time.
In 2018, it was hotter, we had more rain, everything grew more, and we had more grapes. But this year, it was a more mild season. We have a little bit less grapes, the grapes are smaller, and overall it's a more mild year, but I think we'll end up with still great wines. Yeah, at the end of harvest, it started to rain a little bit more, and the berries did start to burst a little bit, and you could tell that if we didn't get them in quick, that things were going to start getting bad quickly.
We also had a really early start to the harvest, and we were really lucky that our colleagues from Poland were already scheduled to come a little bit early. Otherwise, we would have been behind the 8 ball and playing catch up.
We have a little bit less fruit overall, and so we'll have higher concentration of extraction in the fruit. So I think it's going to lead to some very nice ageable wines.
And I think for me, it's the overall health of the fruit that came in. It was beautiful all the way through, even at the end. The fact that it hadn't rained a lot during the growing season meant that the damage from berries bursting was really, really minimal.
Right.
So we managed to get in some really great fruit. About half to 2/3 of the parcels get hand harvested, but I think it's best to let the guys work while they're out there. So that's probably why the machine harvest came through a little bit stronger in the video.
We definitely try to make sure the wines taste great every year.
The advantage that we have as a small family producer is we don't have to produce the same wine year after year. In fact, we really want to give the expression that that particular vintage gave us while still maintaining the same quality and basic characteristics of the grapes. So one year it might be a little bit more fruit forward for the Riesling, another year it might be more slate driven. Both of those are typical Riesling characteristics, but it just depends on the growing season from year to year which one dominates. So that's been the Harvest Report for 2020. Thanks for joining us at Weingut Gindorf for this video and for all the videos throughout the year. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe so that you're always up to date from the latest from here in Leeser. Until next time, thanks for joining us from Weingut Gindorf.